Hi, welcome back to Crypto in Review with Daily Crypto Channel. Today's video we'll be looking at a token I believe will 10x in the next couple of months, as well as some Masternodes looking for great returns like Dash, as well as other cheap ones on the horizon. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. There will also be an airdrop at the end of the video. Let's start with the token I think will 10x in the next couple of months. It is HT. There's a lot of bullish news coming out, and I'll show you a few YouTube videos to show what I mean by it. At the moment, its market cap is around 286. If it can get to a Binance, even just half of Binance, we can see an easy fall to 10x just by getting halfway. If we can get to a total 1 billion market cap, we can easily see a 10x. As for the news coming out, first YouTuber is Patrick. We'll be talking about what decentralized blockchain they are planning. Let's have a listen.
So the Huobi exchange is planning its first decentralized blockchain, Huobi chain. So currently, most of the big exchanges that we use for pretty much every cryptocurrency, Binance, Huobi, Bittrex, those are all centralized exchanges. And now it's looking like Huobi is shifting over and looking to build a public blockchain, so a decentralized blockchain. Let's read a little bit more about this. So Huobi said that after its project of public blockchain is complete, it will move its cryptocurrency operations to the platform. This means that Huobi exchange trading would move from a...
As for these decentralized exchanges, most of them use tokens, like Switch.io, and Binance is also planning a decentralized exchange where you'll be able to use the BNB token to exchange. So that will also bring utility to the HT token, bringing its value up even more. Let's just listen to what else he has to say about it.
Centralized from centralized servers onto a distributed ledge format. The platform would also be used for exchanges with other offerings such as token fundraising events, ICOs, and securitization. So this is huge, and I'm very happy to hear Huobi doing this. Maybe a good opportunity to pick up some Huobi tokens. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys, but I'm happy to see the Huobi exchange.
As for the ICOs they're planning, that can be huge for them. If they can get regulated, it'll just bring more value to the token. We'll see more investors supporting it. The other channel also talking about Huobi, HT, is Coinmaster. He had a few valid points and some interesting article that could bring more value to the Huobi token. He's also a great YouTuber. All the links of the videos will be in the description below, so you can just go and double check and watch the rest of these videos. They're all really informative.
Doing something similar to what Binance did. And you're going to see this. This is an ongoing trend. If anybody's been watching or listening to this Coin Mastery stuff for the past few months, one thing I talked about is how at some point, one company or a couple companies are going to actually start making money. You're going to see a real business model with real revenue and people agree on valuations. As soon as that happens, you're going to start to see copycats. You're starting to see that with exchanges. This is going to happen in other niche markets too. All right, this is going to happen with, like, I don't know, like off the top of my head, identities, payments is going to happen, identity is going to happen, IoT is going to happen, but somebody's going to figure it out and start to make money. So you're seeing Binance lead the charge. Now Huobi's coming after Binance. That's why I think it's an interesting purchase. So they are offering a $166 million prize for their own blockchain. This is starting to go from like, hey, we have an exchange, we have a business. Now let's build a protocol behind it. Notice that The other parts of crypto are going, hey, let's build a protocol and then let's figure out the revenue second. That's a much harder thing to do. That's why you always want to follow the money in business, especially in crypto. That's why I'm very bullish on revenue producing companies and tokens that appreciate based on the revenue that's being driven. It's very important, not the equity, the token value. So they're doing this. I would be you got to believe that they're just going to continue to do what Binance is doing. Huobi is actually opening up a strategic partner exchange in the US, I think next week, called HBUS. It's unclear if they're going to use the Huobi token, but the rumors, you got to imagine they're probably going to, and that they're also going to use the Huobi token for, funding this prize, this $166 million prize. They're probably going to start some new huge $500 million fund at some point, the same way Binance did. This is not rocket science. It's the same model, just replicated.
Yeah, all these exchanges are seeing some opportunity to get a quick buck. They're all structuring the same way because it works. And that's why I believe the HD token is really undervalued for what it wants to accomplish. We can just get to halfway Binance, we can already see 5 to 6x on our investment. Not financial advice, just my opinion.
Because it's making money. So this is why it's really good to start with the money and then back out from there. Back out the scale once the revenue is figured out, as opposed to going scale first, then trying to figure out the money. In the marketing business, this is the same issue that a lot of people run into. They build a huge audience or they get massive traffic, and then they try to figure out monetization. Those businesses tend to have a hard time making a lot of money.
Yeah, this is one of the principles of any IT tech business. First, the business. That's the important part. You need business. How are you going to get revenue? What's your return on assets? Return on your equity? How are you going to accomplish being profitable in the next 5 to 10 years? Then you can worry about the tech. You can get guys to build tech for you, but you can't get a business quickly. First business, then tech. That's how it should work. That's how most startups fail. They build this amazing tech, and they've got no customers, no businesses backing them, no partnerships. Fuck off. You need to get the business first.
The businesses that make the most money are the ones that figure out monetization, and then they go figure out the traffic strategies. Okay? Same thing is true when you apply it on a bigger macro picture to crypto. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right, cool. Other piece of interesting news, VanEck. If you don't know who VanEck is, it's
You can go watch the rest of this video. It's really informative. That's a token I believe will 10x, 50x next bull run. Now as for Coin Master, he just uploaded an informative video on how to day trade or how to trade with his friend Chris. I haven't watched all of it, just this part I wanted to highlight.
Understand is just what an average day would look like. And you wake up and it's like, do I run to my computer and just go in as fast as I can and 1 minute charts or whatever it may be. Yeah. And I know for myself, I've learned that less is definitely more, or at least balance is more. What's your experience been like for you and also for people that you've been working with?
So I guess kind of like a typical day, what that looks like. So yeah, the first thing in the morning that I usually do when I get in front of my computer or pull up my phone is I kind of check prices like everybody does, get that little hit of dopamine or whatever. But no, just to kind of see what's happening. Check the headlines, check the price on like CoinMarketCap.com, where you can kind of see, okay, is everything up today? Is everything down? Is it a mixed bag? Just kind of get a sense of what's happening that day. And then I review my open positions, any trades or investments that I have open, and then ask the question, is there any action required of me today on these? Like, did any of my profit targets hit? Did I get stopped out on any trades? Did any entries trigger that I need to check and just look at and make sure everything's okay? And then from there, it's kind of like checking my watch list. So I'll have a list of positions I'm in, and I'll have a list of coins that I'll be looking at to make a decision, like is there a trade or an investment, or a potential like angel investment or early venture investment I want to make. Once I do that, then every day at 12 p.m. Eastern time, we have a community of traders, and either myself or my partner Rocky will host a class where we'll go over all of our trades, our watch list, what we see that day. And we have thousands of people that come to those now, and it's kind of like everybody's home base. And we record those because we know there's people all over the world. Not everybody can be there live, and that's pretty much it. And then for the rest of the day, I can work on other business ideas, other investments that I have going, and it's really only a few hours.
He has some valid tips in there, as well as reading the headlines. The last Binance hack led this price to drop 10 to 20%. So as soon as you read it, you know it's bad news for a certain coin or company. You need to get out that trade quick. Short it, or just leave it and wait a couple of days. Just leave the trade as soon as you see anything bad. That's from a trading perspective. As from an investor, if you believe in a company, just hold it, buy and hold. And sell it at a high when it reaches the all-time high. That's my strategy. I'm not that world's best trader. I know the basics. Probably better than the average Joe. But still, long-term investing is any day trader. There's been stats on it. It works. Just buy and hold. As for another exchange, Bittrex, is feeling some pressure from Coinbase. Now they're also introducing USD pair. Let's see what yes, the highlight for Decentralized TV.
Bittrex Exchange finally wakes up and will let investors swap their dollars for cryptocurrency. Investors now have a new way to purchase cryptocurrencies using US dollars. Coinbase, you've been put on notice. Bittrex, a Seattle-based cryptocurrency exchange, has struck an agreement that allows investors to buy digital coins with American dollars. I don't know why they have to put American there. Anyway, in the past, only coins traded on Coinbase, a digital currency exchange in California, could be bought with dollars. That is a
You get New Zealand dollars and Australian dollars. That's probably
fraction of the approximate 1,500 digital coins floating around the universe of cryptocurrencies. And the reason why they only say there's 1,500 digital coins is probably because they get their information from CoinMarketCap.com, which is unfortunately wrong. If you go to CoinPuffs.com, you'll see that there's over 2,500 tokens out there. So why is there 1,000 missing from CoinMarket?
Because CoinMarketCap only lists those with the minimum trading volume of, I believe, million USD. Too sure on that. But that's what there has to be a certain amount of volume, 24 hours, for the coin to be listed on CoinMarketCap. So there's 2,500 coins, but 1,000 or 900 of them aren't meeting the qualification for getting a certain amount of volume. That's why they're not listed on it. Mostly are really shit coins.
Marketcap.com. Maybe you can let me know in the bitcoin.pub or the comment section below why there's such a discrepancy. To buy any of the other coins, investors had to convert their money to Bitcoin first. Now they have Bittrex. Founder and CEO Bill Shihara told CNBC that the goal is to expand out to as many markets as possible on Bittrex, he said on the Fast Money Friday, as well as to expand it so that every customer on Bittrex will be able to have access to US dollar trading. Hey, is crypto expanding? Absolutely, guys. The exchange might even help move the market. Since so many altcoins could only be purchased by way of Bitcoin, the value of Bitcoin and other digital currencies were closely correlated. The value of those crypto units may now begin to decouple from Bitcoin, which could be a fantastic idea. Currently, nearly 200 different digital coins can be traded on Bittrex. The CEO said that a small select number of launch partners are working on the exchange to pay in dollars. In this phase, we're stress testing our system, he said. We're working with the banks very closely to ensure that they can process the fiat deposits and withdrawals. Also, the engine itself that we use to trade is going to be able to properly handle the load. That reminds me of
And the load. Anyway, a bad joke. Let's go on to Chico Crypto. He's going to talk about some cheap Masternodes. Cheap, 10k, considered cheap.
So the first one, which is on very few people's radars, is called GinCoin. They consider themselves the turnkey masternode coin, which means it's super simple to do. This is a great entry-level masternode as it's a one-click masternode setup. No deep diving into code or anything technical to deal with. The coin is based off of Dash and uses a similar two-tiered network. The miners of the first tier handle creating new blocks, while the sending of transactions and governance is handled by the master nodes. The mining algorithm is NeoScript, with a block time of 2 minutes, and 50% of the block rewards go to the miners, while 50% go to the master nodes. 1,000 Gin are required for a masternode, and 1 Gin is trading at about $6.66. Pied Piper Coin would be proud. So this means a masternode will cost you $6,660. In masternode terms, this is a pretty good price, especially with the return on investment. Daily income is almost 6 Gins, which is above $38 per day. Monthly income earns you about $1,149, with a yearly income of 2,100 Gin, or $13,985, which is 2 more masternodes if you don't sell. Self-reinforcing wealth loop, that is what a series of masternodes like this can become. Another bonus about Gin is they built the codeless masternode deployment platform for integration with other blockchains. The platform is web-based and relies on open source tech including Docker, Node.js, Angular.js, and Linux. One-click masternode support has been added for Apollon, Marble, Bitcoin Incognito, the Rhenium Network, and 16 others. So here's why I think Gin will be a very valuable masternode in the coming future. In August of 2018, they will deploy the shared masternode technology. This is an easy-to-use interface that will facilitate participation in expensive masternodes such as Dash, Walton, or Blocknet. Gin token holders will reap rewards from the cost for the set deployment fees. So, another masternode looking to make a masternode.
There's also a nice masternode coming up, Huobi. I don't think you talked about it in that video, but it's also fairly cheap. Code. Come on. I like the Gin project, I don't like the other two. As for the Huobi one, usually masternode's about 5% of the total supply. So now I think it was less. I'm not too sure, but I know Huobi's bringing out a masternode and its coin is fairly cheap. Back when I worked it out, it was around 5k for one masternode. 5 to 6k. A bit more expensive than I worked it out, so probably looking at around 8k for masternode of Huobi. And it's also a great project. And a small market cap. As for Ethereum, there was a huge bug coming out, but I've been trying to explain it particularly well what it was, what's actually happened. Listen.
That being said, let's take a look at what we're actually talking about. And today we will be talking about this parity bug that happened yesterday. And it is already fixed, that is important to mention. And it is important to say that nothing has happened when it comes to actually, this bug coming to fruition and this bug really making some kind of chaotic scenario or really affecting the network, but it could have. It could have. And this is kind of the reality we are in. And although nothing happened and although this bug is...
It's not my PC, it's Ivan on TikTok. This episode was lagging a bit.
Under control, we still need to realize how close it could have been to an actual chain split and what are the reasons really. So you have this article from Cointelegraph basically coming out and saying that Parity urges users to install update after discovering testnet vulnerability, and basically continuing, users of Ethereum software issued by Parity Technologies have enforced updates this week after warnings a testnet vulnerability could spread to Ethereum network, according to Parity's blog post. And so Parity is a UK-based provider of infrastructure, and you might have heard about the Parity bug earlier when we had this library being nuked out of the existence, and a lot of Parity wallets could not access their funds, and basically it's still unclear how we're going to resolve that issue and how the funds will be returned back to the users. But now we had another instance of a Parity issue, and so to really understand what happened, we need to understand what a protocol is, number one, and why a protocol has several implementations. Yeah guys, I see it is lagging. I'm not sure exactly why.
Anyway, this video is a bit shitty to watch, but this bug could have caused another split like we saw with Ethereum and Ethereum Classic if it was exploited. Luckily it wasn't. It would have caused big shit. As well as my long position on Bittrex, it would have been liquidated. Not the best, but luckily it wasn't exploited. Didn't see much price action because the bug wasn't exploited, luckily. Now as for Crypto 99, there's a good TA video. I'm not going to go into it. There's a TA video about ADA. I'm not going to go into it because the video quality is quite boring, but yeah, it's a bit boring. But anyway, there's some good info. Maybe just scan over it and get the points if you're interested in making a trade on ADA. I'm personally not going to make one, but he has some valid points on why he's making one. Do your own research and see if it's something you would be interested in. As for my position on Bittrex, see if I'm making profit. I'm making about 2% profit at the moment. It's going to keep it there. As for EOS, also got listed on Bittrex. Not the physical token, but just the contract. We'll have to see what happens here. Let's see if we can open up a position on that. It's new. Now, EOS has been seeing some negative price action for the last couple of days. I feel like it's still going to drop a little bit more. All this mainnet hype. Yeah. See, there's a lot of downward momentum. I feel like short. Okay. Average out of 10. We'll just have to wait and see what happens in that position. A bit of a loss now, but it's open. We'll have to wait and see. My Ethereum, just. That's some of the do some PA on them for the daily chart. What do you guys think of EOS? Leave a comment, leave a like if you like this type of content. And we're back. Sorry, there was some technical difficulty. What I wanted to show ICO moves. Some of them were really hilarious. That's kind of funny. I'll leave the link down below to join this group. Like this one, Bitcoin, yeah. That's true. Came off earlier. Well, leave a comment down below. Your portfolio is kind of in the green because mine's it's looking bad since Bitcoin broke the 8K level. As for the airdrop of the day, it's Bittrex. I have done this airdrop. It's fairly simple. You just put in your 2 addresses. As for signing your Ethereum wallet address, there's an article about it. It's fairly simple. It takes like 1 to 2 minutes to do it. You'll get some free Bittrex airdrop to you. It's fairly simple. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. As well as follow me on Twitter if you want updates before I publish the video. And watch some of my previous videos, the crypto highlights, as well as EOS hitting at 1K at the end of the year. I've got proof in there as well. Subscribe and follow me on Twitter. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.